Well, hi. Today is Friday, May 2nd, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. What a great time at the Council Bluffs Farmers Market last night. Got to talk with a lot of new people, met some new vendors, saw some vendors that had been there previously, and did a few interviews. In fact, the guys from the CB Captains, the local semi-pro soccer team, stopped by, and we were able to have them on a Facebook Live. So if you didn't see that, and if you're watching us on Facebook, go to yesterday's show and the live broadcast that we did, or webcast, I guess, that we did from the farmers market. We talked with Jeff Locke. We talked with one of the captains, and they have a game coming up against Garwo United. They're out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The game is tomorrow at Lewis Central. Tickets are only $5. It's either cash or Venmo when you stop by and get your tickets there at the gate. And it's going to be tons of fun. And I'm telling you, these guys are really, really good. This is not the kind of soccer you're used to seeing. These guys, I believe, could all be on pro team someplace. They have that much talent. So plan on being out there at the Lewis Central tomorrow at 2. I will be there doing the stadium announcing, so doing the introductions over the PA system and making different announcements about that too. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank the CB Captains for giving me a microphone. Yeah, like I need another one, right? But I'm looking forward to that. And again, thanks to the 712 Initiative and everybody else that was a part of the farmers market yesterday. Wonderful day. A little bit breezy when we got started, but the wind definitely calmed down before that all wrapped up. Dr. Cara Trede is today's guest. She is with Avenue Scholars Southwest Iowa, and we're going to learn about what is going on with them, the work they're doing with area students, and that interview is coming up very, very shortly. Also, last night, after I finished up at the farmers market, I decided to head out to the Mile Away for their $5 burger night. That is every Thursday night. Boy, it was busy last night. A lot of folks taking advantage of that. And what I noticed that was going on last night at the Mile Away was, that the staff, the cooks, and everybody else was just flying. They had to. They were really moving fast in order to keep up with the crowd that was there. Everybody was still smiling. They were still having a great time. And that type of thing just blends into everything else that is going on when you're there. You feel good when you're there. It's why I go. And plus, where else can you get a half-pound burger and fries for $5 on a Thursday? The only place I know is at the Mile Away on Old Lincoln Highway, north of Council Bluffs. Also, technology should be working for you, not against you. At ThinkSpace IT, they provide expert IT solutions to keep your business running smoothly and securely. From cybersecurity and cloud services to network management and tech support, they simplify IT so you can focus on what matters most. Stay protected, stay connected, stay ahead. Visit ThinkSpaceIT.com. ThinkSpace IT, technology simplified. Joining us this morning, it is Dr. Cara Trede. She is with the Avenue Scholars Southwest Iowa. Thank you so much, Cara, for your time. And we actually haven't had a chance to sit down and talk for a while, so I'm going to make this double as that too.
That sounds great, Todd. Thanks so much for inviting me.
And well, we ran into each other, I think, at a chamber event. And I said, boy, I haven't had you on the show yet. We need to make this happen. And of course, busy schedules and everything. So it took a little while to put it together. But now we're sitting down. We're going to get the word out about everything going on with Avenue Scholars Southwest Iowa. How are things going there with the program and with the organization?
It's busy. I know everyone says that they're busy, and that's wonderful. I think that means there's a lot of opportunity for us here in Southwest Iowa. And as a native Southwest Iowa person, I was born and raised here. I think it's nice to see how busy we are because we're all trying our best to give back and to grow, exceptional opportunities for our communities throughout Southwest Iowa.
A big part of what's going on, and you hear a lot of people talking about it, is wanting to not only develop our homegrown talent here, which is what you're helping with, but also retaining them and keeping them here. And you're kind of like the first step along that process.
Yeah, we do like to boast a little bit and say we're kind of like a foundational piece to it because we do the education, we support the schools, we support the young people as they start to think about careers they can have right here. And then we actually provide all the wraparound supports for them so that they can get through school successfully, that they can become educated and trained in their career successfully, and then even all the way to onboarding with their new career here in Southwest Iowa successfully. So in order to keep infusing our communities, like not just Council Bluffs, because we work in a wide range around Council Bluffs throughout Southwest Iowa, to keep infusing all of them, we need these young people to see what careers they can have here, how they can turn that career into an entire lifestyle here, and how they can continue to give back to the places where they live, and invest here in Southwest Iowa. For example, we just had one of our students purchase a home. So this is remarkable to me because she came from living in a trailer with a single parent household, and she came into Avenue Scholars 5 years ago, and she worked really hard with her coach through a lot of ups and downs. She became a nurse and is working as a nurse here in Council Bluffs in one of the hospitals. And she just purchased her first home here in Council Bluffs. And she is becoming an adult here in Council Bluffs and choosing to invest her life and her future here. And that is a great example of what our organization is doing for all the young people that we're serving and how we're trying to give back to all the communities by doing so. And so we're really busy, like I think all the time, like everybody is, but as the school year is ending, we're busy with our high school students, getting them ready for what happens next. Like after we graduate, what's our next step? And then with all the students who are out of high school, kind of like the student I just mentioned, helping make sure that they're on their trajectory for their career, their education, and then hopefully their life, just like the one I mentioned and how she bought a home, actually.
That is exciting. How young do students come to you? What age are they when you start working with them?
We actually recruit students during their sophomore year of high school. We start talking to students about Avenue Scholars and about careers even earlier than that. It kind of depends on the high school or the school district. Some school districts invite us into 8th grade classes for career exploration to have those discussions. But students on board with Avenue Scholars during the spring of their sophomore year. And then we work with them for 5 to 6 years on average. So a long time.
Is it an eye-opening conversation that you're having with these students to start thinking about a career when they are that age? Because I can remember being a sophomore in high school, my world ended right outside those school doors. I mean, there wasn't anything out there past that when I was 15 and 16 years old.
Yeah, I think about that too all the time. And yes, it is. These are eye-opening conversations. They can be really challenging conversations. And sometimes they're real simple. Sometimes it's as simple as meeting a young person who says, I actually don't know anything about career trajectory or pathways or what I could do or not do. So that's why I'm interested in Avenue Scholars. Or we get kids that come in and say, I don't know about careers. I just have heard that Avenue Scholars could help me set up a life of success for myself because I don't have that right now. And I don't have an adult in my life who is doing that. So that's why I'm here.
I think that also having someone that can put a light on the path, because sometimes we can't see it. And that's what you're doing is you're saying, no, there is a path here. Let me show you the way. And that I would think could be very, very encouraging for those young people to see, oh, I don't have to stay here. I can advance and I can actually better myself, which then just continues to better my family.
Yeah, and you're right, because some of these kids, especially young people, or I mean, people who live in situations of trauma or are in critical circumstances, it's really hard to think about the future because you're actually only thinking about survival, which is typically just like the next 5 minutes ahead, right? That's as far as you can see. And oftentimes our students are coming to us and they don't have someone who is lighting the pathway for them. We have phenomenal school districts who are doing way more than they probably should need to be doing in order to support students. But there's a huge gap. There's a huge space for Avenue Scholars coaches to come in and to give students the help that they need, so that they can see a path for themselves beyond just the next 5 minutes of survival. Because we're like, you need to survive the next 5 minutes. However, we also need to talk about how are we going to get you out of this long term? How are we going to set you up for success and safety and sustainability long term? That's what the coaches have the chance to do, which is also why we emphasize our relationships being 5 to 6 years, because it's a critical time in their life. These, transition from high school to what happens after high school, because it can be post-secondary, can be higher education, but sometimes it's just we're going to go straight into the workforce. We're going to become an apprentice, and they need somebody who is there, like you said, lighting the path for them. And we can do that. We can help. Our coaches are like, the work they do is designed to help uncover what is best for each student individually, right? What is best for this student to move forward successfully? And we figure that out through developing the relationship, but through a variety of programming that our students participate in. And it's a lot of work because each student has to be met individually. It's not a one size fits all. This isn't a blanket that we can utilize. Everybody's different. And so our coaches they're very dedicated to helping each student find their own unique journey to success. So
you have students and you have coaches,
yeah,
but you also need local businesses to be a part of this, to be able to achieve the kind of success you're looking for.
Yeah. We, like I said early, like, Southwest Iowa is incredible. We are our own unique place. There's a huge amount of community and belonging throughout Southwest Iowa. There are people who want to create that, who want to see that sustained, that belonging in that community. And that's through a lot of our businesses. I'm sure that you know that from the work that you get to do and the folks you get to meet. There's a lot of businesses who are saying, we want to create community where people want to stay. So we partner with these businesses for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, we want to understand what is the workforce need throughout our region. If we can understand the workforce need based on the businesses, then we can go back to our student pipeline and work with students that are on that trajectory. For example, we have a really strong partner with a plumbing business, and we have a few students in our pipeline right now who want to become plumbers. So we sit down with them and we put together, how can we get these students skilled and prepared to become successful employees of your business? And then it gives them a pipeline of talented people who can come in and work with them. So that's security for the business, security for the young person to have a career. And then it helps our region have employees and have a successful and strong workforce. So we partner with them for those reasons. We also ask our businesses to open their doors and to share their expertise. Obviously, I'm not an expert in plumbing matters, Todd. I'm sure you're not surprised by that.
Oh, we're in the same pool with that. I'm not either.
So I just try to open doors and create opportunities so that the students can then meet the experts and they can help educate them. They bring them onto job sites, show them what it's like to have this as a career. And it's not just what work will you be doing, it's what lifestyle will you be afforded in this career field. So our businesses offer job shadows, tours, they do different vocational discussions with our students. They go as far as to do mock interviews. And then we do have businesses that will do paid internships, part-time employment, all the way up to full-time employment and apprenticeships. We have upwards of 130 businesses right now. I think it was 133, but we're always looking for more. We're always looking for other businesses that we haven't partnered with yet that we can help promote their business, and they can help our students and our young people find their potential or find their footing in this industry. And we have some really great partnerships, but I know that there's more that we could be doing to serve the business community.
Well, you brought up, of course, local people being able to have jobs, businesses being able to have workers. The other part of that is, hey, guess what? Southwest Iowa needs plumbers.
Yeah.
We have to have and that's just one industry, and we're just kind of picking on that right now. But
Yeah.
still, every industry that these young people are going into, we need them here. I remember speaking recently with the mayor in Minden, Iowa, and he was talking about some of the different businesses and professionals that are there. And a thriving community needs to have someone in these areas all the way around, so folks don't have to, oh, we need to call somebody 80 miles away because we don't have a plumber here.
Right.
And that helps the growth right there. And you're right about Southwest Iowa. I've talked about it many times on this program and on others, that there's something unique here.
Yeah.
That it's in that sense of community, just being from Southwest Iowa, let alone specifically what community or what county that you're in. And there's many people that I've talked to that have graduated high school in the area, left, and then realized, oh, wait a minute, I'm missing this. I want to go back.
Yes.
And that's, I think, I'm so encouraged by the work that you're doing, that you're helping that and getting that information out there.
Yeah, we're trying. Like, that's our, we always talk about we have two pillars of what we do. The first is student lifelong success. We want to provide lifelong success for these young people. And then the second thing is economic and workforce development for our region. We really want to be one of the leaders in economic and workforce development. We want to be an organization that is foundational to continuing the sustainability and continuing to ensure that our region of the state has this sense of belonging and has the folks here who want to be here, raise families here, invest in this area, and make it all that it really could be. And we're seeing that happen. I can give you a great example. We had a wonderful student from Shenandoah, Iowa, and one of our very first communities that we started partnering with was Shenandoah. And so one of our young people 6 years ago when we started, he came in and he was like, I just don't know if Avenue Scholars is for me, but he said it like a kind of like a gruff 16-year-old guy would say it. And I said, listen, just stick with us. So he did. He stuck with us, did some, participated. He did an internship with a diesel business down in the area where he's from. And then he came up here to attend Iowa Western, and he graduated with his diesel technology degree from Iowa Western. And then he moved back to Shenandoah, and he lives in Shenandoah. He works in the area. He is investing. That's where he wants to be. That's where he sees himself forever, is in that area. And he will talk about how Avenue Scholars helped him see that that was possible, because at the time he was just, like I said, kind of like a gruff 16-year-old who didn't really know what was going to come next. But working with Avenue Scholars, he not only got his career pathway, but he got on a pathway for his own life, and he set himself up, and he is doing amazing. So we really strive to help our students and help our young people infuse our businesses with workforce and a pipeline of talented people coming their way. But I like to also talk about how we're here to help support the sustainability of this quality of life and this sense of belonging that Southwest Iowa is so passionate about having.
Any other industries that you really want to focus on? Well, we're talking about plumbing quite a bit, but is a big, wide industry, and you have as many businesses already partnering with. So, is there any out there that you say we could actually use this as part of the program that maybe you're lacking in right now?
We have a large number of healthcare students. So healthcare, we always can use more partners for that throughout all of our communities too. I've got healthcare students in Missouri Valley. I've got healthcare students in Harlan. And we have really strong partnerships. But if there are other businesses out there that can afford opportunities, we'd love to get the chance to meet with them and discuss how we can create a mutually beneficial partnership. Healthcare is a big one. And then I would say the other one is trades and transportation. So people going into auto and diesel technology or mechanics, and then any of the trades. We have a number of good partners, but like some of our partners are small businesses and they might only be able to take on one student. And we are so appreciative of that. I have 25 kids that want to go to become an electrician. And I've got one business who's taking one kid. So we always could use more trades, transportation, healthcare. Those are our big guys, our big ones.
Well, we'll see what we can do about that
Yeah.
and get some word out. I'm connected to one or two of folks
I
in that.
would think you've got some connections.
Well, listen, I hope that this is the first of many conversations that we can have and be able to promote what it is that you're doing. If you ever have events coming up or anything like that, I would love to help spread the word out about that and see if I can't make some introductions from my side. But grateful for your time today. Thank you so much for being on and being a part of this.
You know, I feel the same. And I was thinking before coming in today, perhaps in the future, it might be interesting too, to have one of our students come and
that would be
participate. I think that would be great.
That would be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Let's make that happen.
Sounds great.
All right. She is Dr. Cara Trede and Avenue Scholars, Southwest Iowa. Thank you so much. Grateful. And we'll talk to you again real soon.
Thanks, Todd.
We are just 1 week and 1 day away from the Celebrate CB Parade, and we are going to be doing a live webcast. We're going to get an event set up on the Lus Hills Media and Podcast YouTube channel and also here on the Facebook page. And so you'll be able to see it live. And I'm partnering with Kyle Ranny from Tail Slate Agency, and also we have Sheila Jenkinson is coming over to co-host with me. Sheila has her own podcast similar to this. She's just doing audio, but she does it in Nebraska. It's called Growing Small Town Nebraska. It's great. It's a great podcast, by the way. It's really, really good. So I encourage you to listen to that one too. But she's going to come over and join me, and I'm really looking forward to this. So we've got our title sponsor is AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs. We've got a lot of other sponsors that have jumped on as well. Service Master Restore by Schmader, Blake Hunter, Berkshire Hathaway. I know I'm going to be forgetting some people here. Amy Dillard with Dillard Management. She is a social media manager, does wonderful work with that. Also, Keith Jones. He is with Edward Jones, and he is a great sponsor that we have to help bring you this webcast. So if you know of someone or you yourself would like to be a sponsor, it's crazy cheap. It's $50. I mean, and it's supporting the community. Kyle and I are not trying to make money on this. We are just recouping expenses, and because we've got some equipment costs and everything else that are going into this live webcast. So if you would like to be a sponsor on it, we would love to be able to promote you during the webcast. So if you want more information about that, you can just reach out to me, toddstuder@gmail.com. You know, GT Motors on Broadway in Council Bluffs has an ever-changing inventory to help get you in a quality used vehicle. Trucks, large and small SUVs, passenger cars. I've seen sports cars on the lot. He's got motorcycles out there. Check out their inventory at gtmotorscb.com. Probably would be better if you stopped by the lot, though, at 21st and Broadway, because sometimes they don't get the picture up on the website right away, so you know that it's there. But if you stop at the lot, that's a surefire way to know that they have it there. So stop out 21st and Broadway in Council Bluffs. GT Motors even offering on-site financing, so you know that they can get you in a quality used vehicle. Since 1870, Avela Bank has been providing Iowans with high-quality financial products and services to fit their needs. Whether you need a loan, would like to start a new business account, need to save money for a trip, or are looking to open a personal checking account, Avela's qualified bankers can help you with all that and more. Visit avela.bank to learn more. Wrapping up the week, thank you so much. Don't forget, semi-pro soccer at Lewis Central tomorrow. First kick starts at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $5. Oh, I forgot to tell you the best part about this, that if you have kids 12 and under, they're getting in free, no cost. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? $5 tickets plus 12 and under get in free. So we're going to see you at the game tomorrow, and we're going to cheer on the CB Captains in their first home game of the season and of the franchise. How about that? My name's Todd Studer. Have a wonderful weekend.